Maria froze while cleaning. The stain on the carpet wasn't random, it was a blood spatter pattern. 16 years of FBI crime scene investigation experience told her exactly what this meant. "This blood was spilled 48 hours ago," she murmured, caught between her cleaning spray and killer evidence. Before we dive into this incredible story, tell us in the comments which city you're watching from today. And if this story moves you, make sure you subscribe because tomorrow I have something very special planned for you. The gleaming corporate offices of Hartwell Associates stood empty at 11:30 p.m., their floor-to-ceiling windows reflecting the city lights like a monument to modern business success. For Maria Santos, this was simply another stop on her nightly cleaning route, the kind of high-end office complex that required meticulous attention to detail and absolute discretion. A T43, Maria had been running her own cleaning service for 4 years, ever since she'd moved to the city looking for a quieter life than her previous career had provided. Santos Cleaning Solutions served a select clientele of law firms, medical practices, and financial services companies that valued professionalism, reliability, and the kind of background checks that ensured their sensitive spaces remained secure. Maria's team consisted of 3 carefully selected employees who shared her commitment to excellence. Tonight, she was working alone in the executive suite of Hartwell Associates, a prestigious law firm specializing in corporate mergers and high-stakes litigation. The partners trusted her with access to confidential documents, sensitive client information, and areas where discretion was paramount. Her routine was systematic and thorough. Each office was cleaned according to a specific protocol. Dust surfaces, empty trash bins, vacuum carpets, sanitize restrooms, secure any documents left on desks. Maria approached her work with professional pride that most people attributed to good business practices and attention to detail. What clients didn't realize was that Maria's approach to cleaning had been shaped by 16 years of FBI crime scene investigation training. Her systematic methods, her attention to unusual details, her ability to work efficiently while maintaining chain of custody protocols, all skills learned during years when contaminating evidence could compromise major criminal investigations. Maria was vacuuming the carpet in the senior partner's corner office when she noticed something that activated instincts she thought had been dormant for years. The stain near the conference table wasn't the typical coffee spill or ink mark she encountered daily. The pattern, the color, the distribution across multiple surfaces told a very different story. Her trained eye immediately began cataloging details that would be invisible to most people. Droplet size indicating impact velocity, directional patterns suggesting movement and positioning, satellite spatters that revealed the height and angle of blood source. This wasn't a minor injury from a paper cut or nosebleed. This was evidence of significant trauma. Maria set down her vacuum and approached the area with the kind of systematic caution that had once been her profession. 16 years of FBI forensic training had taught her to read crime scenes like other people read books, understanding the story that blood evidence told about what had happened, when it had happened, and how. The analytical part of her mind clicked into motion automatically, like a well-worn machine brought out of storage. Every fiber in her body wanted to deny what she was seeing, but the science didn't lie. The blood spatter extended from the carpet to the conference table, with additional evidence on the wall behind the chair, where someone was consistent with high-velocity impact, trauma the kind that resulted from blunt force injuries or worse. Most concerning was the volume and distribution, which suggested the incident had been serious and recent. This wasn't the faint ghost of a past accident. The crimson was still dark, tacky in some places, glinting faintly under the office's dim light. Her pulse quickened, and for a moment she was back in a different life, kneeling on cold floors under flickering fluorescence, photographing, measuring, documenting. Her hands almost twitched with the muscle memory of pulling out evidence markers and camera lenses. She forced herself to breathe, reminding herself that she was no longer an agent, no longer bound to reports and chain of custody. Yet her instincts whispered that something dangerous had unfolded here, and perhaps the person responsible had not gone far. Maria reached for her phone, then paused. She was a cleaning contractor with no official authority, working alone in a building after hours. If she called this in, The police would flood the office, and questions about why a janitor recognized blood spatter analysis with such certainty would inevitably follow. If she ignored it, someone might walk into this office tomorrow morning and unknowingly destroy vital evidence or worse. Sit at that table, never realizing what had transpired there. She lingered in the silence of the room, the hum of the vacuum still faintly echoing in the background. A war was unfolding in her mind. The detached professionalism of a veteran investigator versus the anonymity she had carefully built in her new life. The choice in front of her wasn't just about evidence. It was about identity. Maria had left the FBI to escape the constant pull of violence, the toll of witnessing what people were capable of doing to each other. But staring at the spattered wall and the stained carpet, she realized some parts of herself would never truly retire. Maria's response was immediate and automatic. She stopped all cleaning activities, secured the area, and began documenting what she was seeing with the systematic precision that had made her valuable to federal law enforcement for 16 years. Using her phone camera, she photographed the blood evidence from multiple angles, noting the timestamps and her GPS location. Her training had taught her that crime scene integrity was paramount, and any contamination could compromise an investigation. Pattern consistent with medium-velocity impact spatter, she noted in her voice recorder, falling back into the professional terminology that had been second nature during her FBI career. Multiple satellite stains indicating movement during bleeding event. Estimated blood loss significant. Her analysis revealed additional concerning details. The blood evidence wasn't confined to the immediate area trace amounts led toward the office door, suggesting someone had moved through the space while injured. More troubling, there were clear indications that someone had attempted basic cleanup, removing obvious blood pools but missing the spatter patterns that required specialized knowledge to identify that Maria's phone buzzed with a text from building security. "Everything okay up there? Noticed your cleaning cart stopped moving." She realized she'd been conducting her analysis for over 20 minutes, completely absorbed in reading the crime scene evidence that told a story of violence and attempted cover-up. Maria faced a decision that would have been unthinkable just hours earlier. She was a cleaning contractor trying to build a legitimate business, working alone in a high-security building after midnight. But she was also Maria Santos, former FBI crime scene investigator, who'd sworn an oath to uphold justice and protect. Her training had been very clear about situations like this. When evidence of serious crimes was discovered, law enforcement had to be notified immediately, regardless of the circumstances or potential complications. 9/11. What's your emergency? This is Maria Santos. I'm at the Hartwell Associates law firm on 5th Street. I've discovered evidence of a violent crime in the executive offices. Ma'am, are you injured? Is the perpetrator still on scene? Negative to both. I'm a cleaning contractor and former FBI crime scene investigator. I've identified blood spatter evidence consistent with serious trauma. This scene needs immediate forensic response. The dispatcher's tone shifted immediately when Maria identified her background. Within minutes, she was speaking directly with Detective Morrison from the City Police Department, providing a professional assessment that would guide their response. Ms. Santos, you're certain this is crime scene evidence? Detective, I've analyzed over 400 crime scenes during my FBI career. This pattern indicates significant violence occurred in this office within the last 48 hours. Multiple indicators suggest attempted cleanup by someone without forensic training. The police response was swift and professional. Detective Morrison arrived with a full forensic team, treating Maria as a colleague rather than a witness. Her preliminary analysis had provided crucial information that shaped their approach to processing the scene. Ms. Santos, said crime scene technician Jennifer Walsh, your documentation is outstanding. This preliminary work probably saved us hours of investigation time. Maria worked alongside the responding team, providing insights that bridged her cleaning contractor knowledge with her forensic expertise. She knew the normal appearance of every surface in the office, making it easier to identify what had been altered. The perpetrator used standard cleaning supplies, Maria observed, watching the forensic team apply luminol to reveal hidden blood evidence. but they didn't understand how blood behaves on different surfaces. They missed the micro spatters on the textured wall surface. The investigation revealed a complex crime scene that had been carefully staged to look like nothing had happened. Without Maria's trained eye, the evidence might have been completely cleaned away during normal janitorial services, leaving no trace of whatever violence had occurred. "Ma'am," Detective Morrison said, "we're going to need your full statement and your expert assessment for our report. Your background makes you a crucial witness in this investigation." The forensic analysis confirmed Maria's preliminary assessment in every detail. The blood evidence indicated a violent assault that had occurred approximately 36 hours earlier, involving what appeared to be blunt force trauma to someone seated at the conference table. "Ms. Santos," Detective Morrison explained during the follow-up interview, "the victim was Harrison Hartwell, the senior partner. He was reported missing 2 days ago by his family when he didn't return home from work." Maria felt a chill of recognition. She'd cleaned Harrison Hartwell's office dozens of times over the past year, noting his family photos, his personal items, his habit of working late into the evening. He'd always been courteous, treating her with professional respect. "Detective, have you located Mr. Hartwell?" "Not yet, but your analysis of the blood evidence suggests he survived the initial assault. The blood trail indicates he was mobile after the attack, which gives us hope." The investigation ultimately revealed that Harrison Hartwell had been attacked by a former client who'd blamed him for a failed business deal. Forensic analysis provided the crucial evidence that led to the perpetrator's arrest and, eventually, to finding Hartwell alive but seriously injured in an abandoned warehouse across town. "He's going to recover," Detective Morrison told Maria during the case closure interview. "Your quick recognition of the crime scene evidence probably saved his life." The case received local media attention, but Maria declined most interview requests. The cleaning contractor who'd saved a prominent attorney's life by recognizing blood evidence preferred to let her work speak for itself. "Ms. Santos," said the reporter, who did manage a brief interview, "why did you leave FBI forensic work for commercial cleaning?" Maria smiled as she organized her cleaning supplies, the same systematic precision she'd shown while processing crime scenes. "Both jobs are about attention to detail and keeping people safe. The skills transfer more than you might think." Her business received significant positive attention from the case, but Maria was more concerned with the precedent it had set. She began developing protocols for cleaning contractors to recognize and report potential crime scene evidence, working with local law enforcement to train others in basic forensic awareness. "Not everyone needs to be a crime scene investigator," she explained to a group of cleaning service owners, "but everyone should know when to stop cleaning and start protecting evidence." Her phone buzzed with a call from Detective Morrison. "Maria, we got another scene that could use your expertise. Are you available for consultation?" Maria looked at her schedule, then at the city she'd chosen to serve in her new career. "I'll be right there," she said, already reaching for her equipment bag. Maria returned to her cleaning business with a new understanding of how her two careers complemented each other. She wasn't just maintaining office spaces, she was protecting the people who worked in them, noticing signs of trouble others might miss. Each desk she wiped, every floor she polished, every trash bin emptied carried significance beyond routine maintenance. To Maria, every office was more than a workplace. It quietly revealed truths about its occupants, a story written in overlooked details. 6 months later, Maria had consulted on 3 more cases where a combination of cleaning access and forensic expertise provided crucial evidence. Her trained observation offered investigators insights that would have been otherwise lost. Local law enforcement requested her help in training service workers who might encounter crime scene evidence, recognizing the value of her unique perspective. "People think cleaning is just about making things look nice," she told her team. "But we see spaces unguarded, revealing the truth. A smear, a burn mark, a piece of fabric small to some, but to the trained eye, it's the beginning of a story." Her phone buzzed with a secure message from her former FBI supervisor. "Outstanding application of skills in non-traditional setting. Consider consulting opportunities?" Maria smiled. Still serving, just with different tools and better hours. She felt purpose and satisfaction, contributing to justice without living inside active crime scenes. She continued building her cleaning business while maintaining her availability for forensic consultation. Some skills never really retire. They just find new applications and new ways to serve the community. Maria Santos, former FBI Crime Scene Investigator, current guardian of urban spaces, continued her work one cleaned office at a time, one protected crime scene at a time, proving that the most important detection work is often done by people who have access to spaces when they reveal their secrets. Sometimes the most crucial evidence is preserved by someone who knows the difference between a stain and a story, between cleaning up and covering up, someone who understands that vigilance can be as important as justice, and that even in the quietest professions, heroes still walk unseen. And as Maria looked ahead, she knew there would always be new rooms to enter, new stories hidden in silence, and new chances to ensure that no truth remained buried in the shadows. Have you ever noticed something others missed because of your professional background? Share your stories in the comments below, and let us know what city you're watching from today, that if this story of hidden expertise and life-saving observation resonated with you. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And don't miss the 2 compelling stories appearing on your screen right now. Click and discover more tales of everyday heroes with extraordinary skills. Because sometimes the most important investigations begin with someone who knows how to see what others overlook. See you in the next videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe.